Here in today's video, I'm doing part 4 of the STEM books Amazon KDP series. Now this is a really profitable niche, the STEM books, which stands for science, technology and engineering, as well as maths. So if you're interested in these kinds of niches and keywords, you can see the full 4-part series linked in the description box below, video by video, where I dive into over 10 profitable Amazon KDP keywords about STEM books for adults, for children, for preschoolers, as well as for toddlers. Now let's dive into the 4th and final part of the STEM book series, and we are diving into 4 profitable Amazon KDP keywords, starting with children's activity books ages 4 to 6 STEM education. Children's activity books age 4 to 6 STEM education. Now it has a keyword niche score of 58 by Self-Publishing Titans Chrome extension. The total results for this is within the 1000 niche, and its total results is 1678. The average bestseller rank is also within the acceptable range because it is under 300,000, and the lower the better. And this one is averaging 71,101. The average reviews is 3,225, and the average price is $7.34, which is also a good indicator. I'm also going to go ahead and I'm going to ignore the number 5 given my Amazon Scout Pro. My apologies for the keyword niche score because it contradicts this beautiful data right here, and I'll stick with 58 by Titans because we have this data to back it up, which is the total results within that 1000 range, preferably under 5000, and that ticks off the box. The average bestseller rank is under 300,000. Average reviews are really high also compared to the total results, and the price is a good marker and gives us a really good basic royalty per sale if we price it around that price. Now preferably I would want it to be an $8.99 minimum for the pricing when it comes to STEM books, especially when it comes to really educational types of books that are leaning, I know they're more medium content, but they're leaning towards that high content in terms of the value that they provide. But that's also a personal preference for me and what I found to be working perfect in my case. So the first keyword is children's activity books ages 4 to 6 STEM education. We have the audience right here pinpointed really clearly, which are children between the ages 4 to 6. We have the type of book, which is activity book, and we have the STEM education. Now you can go ahead and niche down further on the different types of STEM education books in terms of the niches, whether you want it to be science, whether you want it to be technology, whether you want it to be engineering or maths. Really basic concepts, because we're dealing with children between the ages of 4 to 6 who are, between the grade of for example, in Australia you start prep at the age of 6, and before that it's preschool, and at the age of 4 is kindergarten. Not sure about other countries, but we really want to give them the basic concepts, introduce as much images as possible, and make it really easy because you're dealing with activity books. Now my apologies on the background noise. I will try to trim it up in the editing process. I do have the children right here, so it is a little bit of a challenge. The second keyword for today's video is STEM books for teaching kids ages 5 to 7. STEM books for teaching kids ages 5 to 7. Beautiful keyword, really strong keyword niche score 55, and a total results within that 5,000 range, so it's under 3,000, and that is also acceptable, and it is sitting at 2,977. The average bestseller rank is under 300,000, so that also ticks the box, and it is averaging 237,156. The average reviews are 3,503, and the average price is $10.75. Then again, I'm going to ignore the number 4 given by Amazon Scout Pro because it contradicts this beautiful data that ticks all the boxes for the profitability. Total results under 5,000, bestseller rank under 300,000. Really good amount of reviews that are higher than the results itself, indicating the customer's engagement and willingness to provide a rating, whether that's negative or positive. And that is also a good indicator, and a good average price of $10.75 will get us a good royalty as well per sale. Now coming down, we do have a couple of books that are ranking quite well. This one's not sponsored. It's currently in 3 categories: scientific experiments and projects, children's cookbooks, children's science and nature books, and it has a bestseller rank of 14,092, selling at an approximate around 330 copies. And in terms of the profit per month, it's around $1,000.72. This one again, second book in the first page. Just scrolling down, we have a bestseller rank of under 300,000, and it is 33,951 as the bestseller rank, generating around 177 per month. This one's in the 300,000s, this one in the 100,000, this one here is 9,313, and this was the second keyword for the day. Let us quickly dive into the third keyword for the day, which is robotics for young children, STEM activities and simple coding. And this one is really detailed. I love when it comes to detailed keywords such as this, because you really know what is required and you know how to fulfill that promise in terms of the content of the book. So robotics for young children, STEM activities and simple coding has a total results of 89, super low. Bestseller rank within that 100,000, less than 300,000, which is ideal, and it is averaging 124,608, and the average reviews are 1,061. The average price is $50.99, and it has a really strong and solid keyword niche score of number 9 by Amazon Scout Pro Chrome extension, categorizing this wonderful keyword as a great niche. Scrolling down, we do have a couple of combination of different books about robotics as well as toys as well. And now this is a really good book. You really want to focus on robotics, you want to focus on simple coding, but for young children. So introduce the basic concepts, make it interactive, make it engaging. It's a type of activity book. You could also turn it into a high content book by, for example, saying the best or the easiest robotics for young children activities and simple coding books, for example, and it would be an activity book. Or you could make it into a high content book where it's like the top 30 activities, the top 20 activities, and then introduce each activity in terms of the instructions, what you'll need, the method, as well as an image of that activity as a final result, or maybe the steps that, each of the steps, taking them into account. Now, you could use ChatGPT to come up with some ideas. I wouldn't really copy and paste. You do need to be involved in the book. You could also use a ghostwriter to write the book yourself. So that was the third keyword for the day. Let's have a look at the final one, which is a really impressive results actually. The final keyword for the day is STEM books for kids ages 12 to 16. Now, this is more of an advanced one because we are targeting those children in the, bigger age groups, and it has a keyword niche score of 74, fabulous, by self-publishing Titus Chrome extension. The total results is 247, which is lower than 1,000, and the average bestseller rank is lower than 300,000, which is ideal, and it's lower than 100,000, and it is averaging 97,264. The average reviews are 6,041. Average price is $12.42. So here you're creating STEM books. So it's up to you whether you decide to niche down in terms of what types of STEM books. Is it technology orientated? Is it science? If it's science, is it chemistry or biology, and so forth? So I'm going to have to cut this video short. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. I'm glad to have you here. In today's video, I'm going to share with you 4 profitable Amazon KDP keywords that have to do with the STEM. And now this is part 3. If you would like to watch the first part 1 and part 2, these videos are linked in the description box below, where I shared profitable KDP keywords to do with the STEM niche, STEM, which is an educational niche that revolves around science, engineering, maths, and chemistry. Now, let's dive into the top 4 keywords for today. And if you are looking for a daily updated list of carefully researched keywords, then go ahead and subscribe to the channel, click on the bell icon, and you will be notified on all our new daily uploaded videos. Now let's dive into the first keyword for the day, and our first keyword is STEM books for girls ages 8 to 12. This is an amazing keyword. It has great potential and it fits all the profitability metrics that we'll be talking about. First of all, a really strong and solid keyword niche score of 80 by self-publishing Titans Chrome extension, which gives us all this beautiful data in the top bar right over here. So 80 is really good, green, and it is strong. Also, we have a keyword niche score of number 8 by Amazon Scout Pro Chrome extension, and number 9 is the highest on the scale. So I'm pretty happy with number 8, and it beautifully complements the 80 by Titans. Coming to the total results, they are within that 1,000 to 2,000 range, which is also good to see. The lower the better, and they're currently sitting at 2,349. The average bestseller rank is also good, and it is sitting below 300,000, and it is averaging 46,209. The reviews are a massive 8,721, and the price is $11.96. We also have our audience pinpointed really clearly. They're girls and they're between the ages of 8 to 12 years old, and we're creating STEM books. Now you could create workbooks, you could create activity books, or you can create high content books that revolve around introducing these beautiful girls between the ages of 8 to 12 to the concepts of science, chemistry, engineering, these kinds of things as well. That would be amazing. Now scrolling down, we do have a couple of really good books that have a good bestseller rank, and also books that are educational, yet they are listed under this keyword, such as this one, 43,805. Now this is a funny stories ever, funny girl, funny stories ever book, and although it's not STEM, so although it's not, you know, within that science, engineering, maths and chemistry and stuff, yet it's still ranking and it's still selling quite well, generating and selling around 120 pieces per month. It is showing on the first page results. So they've used this keyword for the 7 keyword slots, and I highly recommend you to use these keywords, but please be mindful the book needs to be connected to an educational kind of twist, and also it needs to be for girls ages between 8 to 12 years old. Scrolling again down here, we do have other stories as well. We do have other books such as this one, which is a coloring book for girls. Now it is also ranking with a bestseller rank of 23,506, and it features educational STEM focused kind of coloring pages, and it's for girls also, yet it is saying that it is also for kids, generally 4 to 8 years old. Scrolling down again, more books for girls. These are joke books. We've got other story books as well. We've got science, magic tricks. Now this is sponsored, so I wouldn't really take that into a strong account. So these were the first keyword for today, STEM books for girls ages 8 to 12, with a really good keyword niche score of 80 and 8 and fabulous results broken down. Let's dive into the second keyword out of the 4. So the second keyword is 100 easy STEM activities, and it has a keyword niche score of 60, which is also good, and it has a total results under 1,000, and they are currently sitting at 488, and the average bestseller rank is also within the acceptable range, under 300,000, and it is averaging 89,645, which is also a good indicator, and the average reviews are a massive 1,917 compared to the total results, and the price is $11.37. Now you could also niche down, because this is more of a short tail keyword. It gives you what you need to get started. You're creating STEM types of books. It's going to be activity, so it's going to be an activity type of book, and the level of difficulty is easy, and the quantity, the number of activities inside is 100. So please stick to the promised results in your book. If you're going to use this for your title or your subtitle, then stick to the 100 activities that you promised your customers, and also make sure that all of them are easy. Now you could niche down based on the ages. You could niche down based on the sizing of the book. Do you want it to be a pocket size, 8.5 times 8.5 inches? Would you like it to be a travel size, a 6 by 9 inches, or a large print, which is an 8.5 times 11 inches? All these would provide for your customer variety and would allow them to have access to more options in terms of the sizing. So that was the second keyword. Let's dive into the third keyword for the day, which is science experiments for kids. kids ages 5 to 9. Science experiments for kids ages 5 to 9. Really amazing keyword. We have a keyword niche score of 40 by Titans and a keyword niche score of number 7 by Amazon Scout Pro Chrome extension, categorizing this keyword as a nice niche. Coming to the total results, they are under 1,000 and they're sitting at 512. The average bestseller rank is also within the acceptable range and it sits at a beautiful average of 55,770. Ideally, we want it to be under 400,000 and it is now under 100,000, which is also a great extra bonus for us. The reviews, as always, when it comes to STEM types of books, is quite high because the readers and the customers, the caregivers, the parents, whoever purchases the book, especially for children, would like to opt in their helpful opinion as to whether the book has been helpful to them or not and give it a rating. So it is averaging 2,994 and the price is also really good as well, for an average of $23.57, which gives us really good royalty, and also the lowest $7.49, so that is also quite acceptable. Scrolling down, we do have a couple of really good books. This one has a bestseller rank of 46,000, which is also a good indicator, and it is under 100,000 for the bestseller rank. It is generating on an approximate $317 per month, selling around 120 copies. Scrolling then again, we do have a couple of other good books that are selling quite well. This one with a bestseller rank of 141 as well. So there's a couple of really good options that you can do here. This is more to do with science-based experiments. So although it's, the major, bigger umbrella is STEM, but make sure you're focusing here on science and make sure it's catered towards children between the ages of 5 to 9. And you can also sub-niche according to the difficulty. Would you like it to be easy? Would you like it to be difficult? Would you like it to be challenging? And offer some solutions towards the end of the book for the science experience, or maybe some answers as well at the end of the book. So let's have a look at the fourth and final keyword for the day, which is exploring nature activity book for kids. Now this is amazing, with a keyword niche score of 70 by Titans, green light, ready to go, and a keyword niche score of number 6 by Amazon Scout Pro. The total results are under 1,000 and they're sitting at 312, and the average bestseller rank is within that 300,000 acceptable range, and it is averaging 303,145. Average reviews are 1,751 and the average price is $9.91. So here we've got our audience, the children, but not specifically about the age groups. Now this is also another way that you can niche down. We have the types of books, they're activity books. We have the theme, which is nature. Now we're exploring nature, which means introducing these beautiful children to the elements and to the concepts of nature in a very easy, interactive way and engaging way for them to understand and be in exploration way as well. So it's not really a lot of activities in there. It's mostly, just introducing the concepts, helping them to record, helping them to observe and really take it all in as well. That would be a great book to create, exploring nature activity book for kids. Now that we've introduced the 4 profitable Amazon KDP keywords for the day, let me tell you where I would get the interiors and graphics from. I usually use Creative Fabrica, which is my go-to when it comes to KDP interiors. I download them and then I upload them to Canva as a PDF document, and there I would make edits to them, change around the wording, change the elements such as the border, such as the font used, and also the images. I would also change the graphics to make it unique. I would also add a how to use page. I would add a this book belongs to page as well. A glossary page would be ideal for any sort of STEM book related types of books, whether they're for adults or for their children. Anything that has an educational twist, that introduces the reader to new concepts, needs a glossary page. It's not really important, like it's not something that is foundational, but if you really do take the extra step to provide extra value for your reader, you will reap the rewards and you will get consistent sales and really good reviews as well. So then take the time to put in more effort in your books, especially when it comes to educational types of books. I wish you all the best and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Have a great day. Welcome back to the channel. Glad to have you here. In today's video, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to reveal 4 profitable Amazon KDP keywords that have to do with the STEM niche. Now, this is part 2. If you would like to watch part 1, you can access that video linked in the description box below, where I dive into 3 STEM niches as well as 1 word search niche that is profitable. Now, all of the keywords researched in this channel have been carefully selected and carefully updated as well. So let's dive into the first keyword for the day. And just before we dive in, if you are interested in daily videos revealing carefully researched profitable Amazon KDP keywords, go ahead and click on the subscribe button. Click on the bell icon in order to be notified on all our new videos. Now, with that being said, let's dive into our first keyword for the day, part 2, and it is STEM books for adults. Now, this is an amazing keyword that could be used for the 7 keyword slots. Why do I say the 7 keyword slots instead of the title or the subtitle? Because of its bestseller average being slightly on the higher side. Yet all the other indications indicate that this is a beautiful short tail keyword, not long tail, short tail keyword that could be optimized in the best way possible when it is utilized and used in the 7 keyword slots on any book that is targeted for adults that is educational and that is a STEM book. STEM book as in it's revolving anything around educational when it comes to science, engineering, mathematics, and chemistry. These kinds of books for adults, whether it is a educational book in terms of the content used, a high content book, or whether it is a medium content book relating to an activity book, a workbook, a guide for these kinds of topics targeted for adults. Now, it has a keyword niche score of 58, which is amazing and good to see. Also, we have a clarification by another Chrome extension that we're using to rely on the keyword niche score, which is Amazon Scout Pro Chrome extension, and it has given us a number 8, categorizing this wonderful keyword as a nice niche. Now, bear in mind, number 9 is the highest on the scale when it comes to Amazon Scout Pro Chrome extension niche score, and I'm pretty happy with number 58 here by Titans. They beautifully complement each other. So that's for the keyword niche score. Coming to the total results, they are under 5,000. Now, I preferably would like mine to be around that 1,000 to the 3,000. This one's a little bit on the higher side, which is sitting at 3,862. This is why it's amazing to be used for the 7 keyword slots. I don't want you to completely forget about it. This is exactly why I'm sharing this as the first keyword for today, because it has the potential and it fits in the criteria for the 7 keyword slots. Now, if you currently have anything in your portfolio that is targeted for adults, whether it's a medium content or a high content book around the topics that we've talked about, go ahead and update your 7 keyword slots by including this keyword as one of the 7, and you'll be able to rank for this keyword. Coming to the bestseller rank, it is currently averaging 772,156, and the average reviews is 695. The average price is $14.02. Scrolling down here, we have a couple of really good books that are selling quite well under this keyword, and they also have a bestseller rank as well, which is also good to see. Now, be mindful not to select any book as inspiration that is sponsored, and you can see that right on top of the book here. For example, it says this is a sponsored product. Now, although it says bestseller and it gives us beautiful results right here, this is not a book that we want to use as inspiration for in terms of seeing the ranking and seeing the categories. This one here, on the other hand, is not sponsored and it has a beautiful bestseller rank of 10,646. It sells around on an approximate 360 copies per month, coming to a revenue of around $1,506. So that is also good to see. This one also is not sponsored and it has a bestseller rank of 345, generating approximately a massive revenue of $5,018 as well. So that is really good to see, and that is also a good indication. So that was our first keyword for the day, STEM books for adults. Let's dive into the second keyword out of the 4 that I'm going to discuss, and our second keyword is STEM starters for kids, Meteorology activity book. Amazing keyword, long tail. It fits all the metrics, and I'm really happy to share that with you today. Coming to the total results, we have a super low total results of 14. Also, the average bestseller rank fits within the metrics of between 300,000 to 400,000. Of course, the lower the better, and it is currently averaging 311,325. We have an average reviews of 810, an average price of $12.71, and we have a really good keyword niche score of number 8, categorizing this wonderful keyword as a nice niche. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to ignore the 18 given by Titans because it contradicts the info that we have right here. Really low total results, average bestseller rank fitting the metrics, a good amount of reviews, and a good price generating an acceptable revenue. And this is exactly why you need to activate all 4 Chrome extensions to have a starter and a foundation to compare against when it comes to these elements, especially the keyword niche score, because sometimes one extension may fail you and give you contradicting information. So always compare this against these ones. If everything fits the metrics, then ignore this low one and then rely on the Amazon Scout Pro. That way you'll be sure. So this is also a good keyword. I love this. It is a long tail keyword. It has what we need to get started. We have our audience ready, which are children. We can even go ahead and dive in further by selecting the age groups of these children, by selecting whether they're girls or boys, by selecting the sizing as well. Do they want it to be a pocket size? Do they want to be a travel size? Or do they want it to be a large print and 8.5 times 11 inches? So here, scrolling down, we have a couple of really good books that are selling quite well under this keyword. This one, for example, with a bestseller rank of 33,951, which is within the accepted bestseller rank that we want it to be in. Under 100,000 for the first page, we need to find a minimum of 2 to 3. And also, this was selling around 210 copies per month, generating around 177. Now, notice that it is priced on the lower price. It was previously for $8.99, and now they've reduced it down to $4.99, and it is selling also on a consistent basis. Also, we have a couple of really good ones as well. This one's in the 428,000, this one's in the 6,000, and it's all about the weather, which is what meteorology is all about. Now, if you want to dive in further and niche down according to the children's age groups, you can create a series of books under the same username, for example, or author name in this case. So you can create a STEM start of kids meteorology activity book that is designed for preschoolers, where you introduce them to the first concepts regarding the weather. And also you could do it for toddlers, which is, maybe mostly a pocket size 8.5 times 8.5 book, which will revolve around the names such as the sun, the clouds, with a lot of larger images as well, maybe some coloring activities here and there. This one is more to do with biology, but they've utilized this wonderful keyword, although it's not connected to meteorology and connected to the weather exactly precisely. It is, they've used this keyword to get this book ranking for this one. This one's robotics as well. So then again, they've used and utilized this keyword for the 7 keyword slots and made it that way, and that's why it's ranking on the first page as well and selling quite well. So that was the second keyword. Let's quickly dive into our third keyword for the day, and our third one is STEM books for teens. Absolutely amazing and wonderful, strong keyword niche score of 76 by Self-Publishing Titans Chrome extension, and we're all happy to see that green light over here. Also number 7 by Amazon Scout Pro, giving us a keyword niche score of nice niche. Number 7 and number 76 complement each other beautifully. Now, number 7 here is what I would rely on because it fits in beautifully with the metrics. For example, we've got the total results, which are within that 1,000 range. Of course, the lower the better. I'm pretty happy with 1,167. The average bestseller rank is also within that 100,000, and it is below 400,000, so that is also a good sign and a good indication, and it is averaging 136,727. The average reviews are a massive 2,883, and the average price is $11.87. Scrolling down, we have a couple of really good good books that are selling quite well. This one is not sponsored, and it has a bestseller rank of 18,491, selling on approximate 300 copies per month, and also generating on an approximate, let's say, $1,392 on a monthly basis. This one here is not specifically about they've not used the keyword STEM books for teens, but they've used it as part of the 7 keyword slots. How would you know that? Because it's ranking well beautifully under this keyword. It's selling really good as well, with a bestseller rank of 66,670, which is below 100,000. It has been published in 2022. And they've used it in the 7 keyword slots because it's not showing in the title or in the subtitle as well. Scrolling down, we have a couple of really good books as well. This is another one, Money Skills for Teens. Now, I know STEM is not really about money, because STEM stands for science, engineering, maths, these kind of educational books, but they've managed to list this as part of the 7 keyword slots, and that is why this book is ranking, and also it's generating 1,696. Now, another strategy that I do is, in terms of looking for different keywords, is I look at books like these that are ranking quite well, that are not sponsored, such as this one. There's no ads running currently for this. It has a bestseller rank of 100,000 or more. I look at this, I dive in and analyze the title, the subtitle. In this case, the title, maybe we could copy and paste that and open a new tab in Amazon, activating or for free Chrome extensions and analyzing the results as well. And you would be surprised on the types of niches and the types of sub keywords that you can find that will open the doors for you on opportunity to really create good, consistently selling books as well. This one's Homemade Robotics. We've got right over here, Everything Teens Boys Should Know, and these are more life strategies, skills and insider tips, not really connected to STEM, but it is selling because it has that educational twist as well, and Amazon also has approved to list it for this. So that was the 3rd keyword for the day. Really happy with the results right here. Let's have a look at our final keyword, 4th and final, and this is also an amazing, beautiful, long tail keyword that has what we need to get started. It pinpoints out our target audience really well. We've got kids ages 3 to 6, and our keyword is STEM activity books for kids ages 3 to 5. My apologies, it was 3 to 5, and it has a really strong and solid keyword niche score of 61 by self-publishing Titans Chrome extension. Also, Amazon Scout Pro seems to agree with Titans, and it has given us a number 9, categorizing it as a great niche. So they agree beautifully together on this keyword. The total results are within that 1,000 range, 1,967. The average bestseller rank is under 300,000, and it sits at a low, beautiful average of 41,643. Average reviews are a massive 12,005. Average price is $8.92. Sweet, short, and simple. Scrolling down, we've got a couple of really good books that are selling quite well under this keyword. We've got this one, which has a beautiful bestseller rank of 79,000, generating around 289 on a monthly basis. This is our 2nd one with a bestseller rank of 5,422. This one 674, 70,000, 433,000, 333,000, all below 100,000. This one is also 12,000. Now notice, not all of them are STEM related, not all of them are science related, not all of them fit the metrics of maths and engineering and science and chemistry. This one's a dot to dot. This one's a color by number. This one right above here was more of a general activity book that contains mazes, yet it is still showing on the first page, and it's still ranking for this keyword because they have strategically placed it as part of the 7 keyword slots as well, and it's also targeted for children within the age group of 3 to 5 years old. So these were the 4 keywords for today. I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe if you would like to watch more. Take care and have a great day. Bye bye. Welcome back to the channel. Glad to have you here. In today's video, I'm going to go in and talk about the 4 profitable Amazon KDP keywords that are updated, that have low competition, that have high demand. These keywords have all been carefully researched using the 4 Chrome extensions that we've talked about in the previous video. All 4 Chrome extensions can be accessed in a video where I dive in deep on what Chrome extensions I use, so you can be able to do the same keyword research. With that being said, before we get started, if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. Click on the bell icon in order to be informed on all our new videos. Let's get started with the first keyword for the day out of the 4, and our first keyword is STEM books for babies. This is a fabulous keyword that is perfect for the 7 keyword slots as well as the subtitle. Why? Because of the total results being slightly on the higher side, above 5,000. This is why I recommend to utilize the power of this wonderful keyword for your 7 keyword slots or for your subtitle. First of all, the results are absolutely fabulous when it comes to the keyword niche score given by self-publishing Titans Chrome extension, which gives us all this data right at the top banner. We have a strong and solid green keyword niche score of 72. Also, Amazon Scout Pro Chrome extension has confirmed it and given us a keyword niche score of number 6, categorizing this as a nice niche. Coming into the total results, they are slightly on the higher side, but I don't want you to completely overlook this keyword because it has massive potential, and it is a short tail keyword that can be even niched down further by niching down based on the types of STEM books, based on the types of sizing, for example. Also, that would be amazing. So the total results for that, it's 5,503, and the bestseller rank is under 300,000, and it is averaging at a super low 32,409. We have the average reviews of a massive 4,747, as well as a good average price on the higher side of $14.76. Now, STEM books are educational types of books where they revolve around anything to do with mathematics, anything to do with science, educational books, and these ones are for babies. As I said, you can niche down based on the types of STEM books, whether it's activity books, whether it is workbooks, whether it is educational short books as well that provide information. Now, in this case, we're doing it for babies, so please be mindful if you decide to embark on this wonderful niche right over here to use as minimal wording as possible. Maybe a 1 word, really short words that contain like 3 or 4 letters to a maximum. Also use large images as well. You can do it pocket size, which is an 8.5 times 8.5 inches, or you can do it as a large print, which is an 8.5 times 11 inches. Scrolling down here, we have a couple of really good books that have a good bestseller rank. They're not sponsored. For example, right at the bottom here, we have a couple of really good ones. Also on the top banner, you can see the categories that each of the main books is located in. For example, this one has a bestseller rank of 6,782. Now, ideally, you want to have a look at a book to use it as an example that is independently published. Also, and then you could be able to see what categories it is ranking for, and then use that as a guideline. Don't copy and paste, but use it as a guideline for what categories your book is best for. Now, you can do it on a couple of different topics, but really be mindful, what do babies enjoy and what do they like? They like different colors. They want to be familiar with they should be familiar with the ABCs, basically, as an introduction as well. So that is amazing here. We've got ABCs of science, and it has a bestseller rank of 27,746. Scrolling down, we have ABCs of mathematics, ABCs of biology. This one's interesting, also quantum physics for babies, and we have also baby steps to STEM, which is science, technology, engineering, and maths activities, and that's what STEM stands for. So if that's something that you want to embark on, now this STEM niche has massive potential, and I'll be sharing with you a couple of different keywords under the STEM niche that you could use for the upcoming videos as well, so stay tuned. So that was the first keyword for the day, STEM books for babies, a great starter. As well, niching down will really help to break down and dig deep into the total results, get them as low as possible. Besides that, everything is perfect in regards to this wonderful keyword right over here. Our second keyword is more specific. It is STEM books for preschoolers. Now the total results is quite promising. It is 802, which is less than 1000. Coming to the keyword niche score, we have 76, which is also good as well, and we have a number 7 by Amazon Scout Pro, categorizing this as a nice niche. Also, the average bestseller rank is sitting at 215,640, which is ideal, under 300,000. Also, the average reviews are 2,283. Usually with STEM types of books, you get a lot of average reviews because customers and readers and parents or caregivers are really interested in giving their opinion, giving their rating, because it's an educational type of book. They want other people to understand whether this book has been helpful for them or not, so they're more eager and willing to opt in their reviews and ratings. We also have the average price of $11.70. Beautiful keyword right here. As you can see, scrolling down, we do have a couple of really books that are selling quite well. This one, it does not have any ads or sponsored post in this case, and it's 100 easy STEM activities. Now this here right here is a keyword by itself that you can also open a new tab and search up because of its wonderful bestseller rank being under 100,000, and it is currently sitting at 79,053 on an approximate. This is selling around 60 copies per month, generating around $289, and it is also ranking in 3 categories: children's engineering books, children's chemistry books, and children's science experiment books as well. Scrolling down, we do have a couple of other books also. This one's 41,000 with the bestseller rank. This one's 98,000 as well, 62,000. So that's 4 books just by halfway through the first page. We have 4 books that are getting a really good bestseller rank as well that we can use. This one's our next book as well with the bestseller rank of 226. So that was the second keyword for the day, STEM books for preschoolers. Let's dive into our third keyword, which is also connected to STEM book. Now I love this keyword because it's long tail, because it gives us more foundation to work on in terms of our target audience, in terms of the types of books. This one is children's activity books age 4 to 6 STEM education. It has a strong keyword niche score of 58 and a total results within that 1,000 range. So it's really good to have that, as low as possible when it comes to the total results. It's 1,695. Also, the average bestseller rank is under 300,000, and it is currently averaging at 59,685. We have the average reviews also in the thousands, and it is averaging 2,979. Average price for that is $7.21. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to ignore the number 5 given by Amazon Scout Pro Chrome extension, because it contradicts this data that we have right here, which ticks all the boxes. A good keyword niche score that I'm happy with by Titans, total results within that 1,000, bestseller rank under 300,000, good amount of reviews, and a good average price that generates an acceptable revenue or royalty per sale. Scrolling down, we do have a couple of books also that are ranking quite well as well. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to ignore the first 2 that are sponsored, and this comes up right here. This is a sponsored product, so please do not look at the top 2 or whether it is the top 4 that are sponsored, because it will mess up the results. This one's a space coloring and activity book. This one's not sponsored, and it has a really good bestseller rank of 16,262, generating royalties around $668, selling around 330 pieces. This one's with a bestseller rank of 610, and this one's 3,278, 41,000, 48,000, all beautiful books that are ranking quite well, not sponsored, with a really good bestseller rank of 100,000 or less. So that was the third keyword, children's activity books age 4 to 6, STEM education. Let's dive into our last keyword, which is not connected to STEM, but it is also viable as well. This is a short tail keyword. It is quite an open keyword that allows you to dive in further if that's what you're looking for. Mindfulness word search has a keyword niche score of 58 and a keyword niche score of number 7 by Amazon Scout Pro Chrome extension. We have the total results under 1,000 and it is currently sitting at 527. The average bestseller rank, however, is a little bit on the higher side, but don't let that scare you off, because this keyword has massive potential to niche down. So if you have any currently, first of all, you can go ahead and create a mindfulness word search and then niche down based on whether you want it to be for adults or for children, for maybe preschoolers, maybe niche down according to the career, nurses, teachers, doctors, accountants, and so forth, or niche down based on the sizing. Do you want it to be a travel size 6 by 9 inches? Do you want it to be a pocket size 8.5 times 8.5 inches, or a large print, which is 8.5 times 11 inches? That's also another strategy that you could niche down on. Also, if you currently have in your Amazon KDP portfolio any book that you've created that revolves around mindfulness, that's an activity book, or a word search that revolves around anxiety relief, stress relief, relaxation, mindfulness, meditation, go ahead and update your 7 keyword slots with this keyword right over here. Add it to the 7 keyword slots, and this will really help to get your book ranking and get these sales rolling in for that keyword. So these were the top 4 keywords for the day. Usually when it comes to the interiors, I go ahead and I get my interiors from Creative Fabrica. There is a 30-day free trial for Creative Fabrica linked in the description box below if you would like to check that out. For 30 days you get a all access subscription, and also you get 10 free downloads as well to try out, and you can cancel whenever you want. Linked in the description box below. I'll see you in the next one. Take care and have an amazing great day. Bye bye.